Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday and Wednesday means Cozies with Misty Day. So today I have one book and one short story for you guys. So we'll talk about the short story. This was something I just randomly found. I didn't realize it was a short story when I got it. It's only 5,000 words. Might take you 30 minutes to read. It's one of those where it's set in the world of this cozy mystery. It's steampunk. It's which I kind of like. I kind of like the aesthetic of steampunk a lot. Haven't really come across a lot of books that I've liked that have been in that genre. But the title was Christmas Corpses and Clockwork Kittens by L.A. Nisala. It's set in the Cassie Pengear mystery series. Both this short story and the first book in the series are free. You can buy it, and then I did download the first book. This was very short, but it was cute. I mean, it's two women. They run sort of like a clockwork and haberdashery shop, and they were setting up for Christmas. And when they set up for Christmas, they found a dead body on their front stoop. And apparently when the constable showed up, the constable that they didn't like showed up. And so they figured they better go solve the case so they can get rid of this like dour constable before he chased off all of their Christmas business, so to speak. So, and it was just them talking to a couple people, and it all takes place in technically gaslight London, I guess about the 1800s-ish. So, yeah, it was cute. Definitely gonna check out the first book in the series. I don't know when, but being as it was only 5,000 words, you really didn't get to, since this is the first thing I've read in this series by this author, I really didn't have a lot of background to go with on the story. So, it was cute. I'll try out the first book because it was free, and we'll see what happens. Now the book I read was Death at First Sight, a Bay Island Psychic Mystery by Lena Gregory. Okay? Little book. I actually bought this book at a Dollar Tree. It's a dollar store here. I only paid $1 for it. Normally it's $7.99. This book was actually pretty good. I really enjoyed it. What happens is this woman, Cassie Donovan, she is Cass Donovan. She runs a little new age bookstore called Magical Musings. She used to live in this town. She moved away and she came back. And being as she's psychic, she gives readings at her store. And she gives a reading to this young woman, and this young woman's mother does not like the fact that she's getting readings from Cass. So she comes in and threatens her and says, "You need to stay away from my daughter," and all that stuff. And of course, that woman is found dead later on, and all signs point to Cass. And as the sheriff in town is only seeming to point the investigation towards her, she feels like she has to clear her name, find out who really did it, so everybody in town, which is a small town, will realize that she didn't kill this woman. The side characters are really interesting. There's Stephanie and Tank. Stephanie is Cass's best friend, and she's married to Tank, which happens to be on the sheriff's department with this sheriff that's basically gunning for Cass. Both are really nice characters, very supportive to Cass, but Tank has a job to do, so he kind of keeps that professional demeanor throughout the book. Her second best friend is B. B is a flamboyantly gay dressmaker who is also running a fashion show that Cass is part of. One of the things that really set off the conflict between Cass and Marge, which is the dead woman, I don't think this is giving away spoilers. I'm going to try to keep from giving away spoilers because as far as cozies go, this was a good one. It was a really cute, I like the mystery. Marge tried to have her holiday play moved at the same weekend that B was holding his fashion show, and both were to take place at the community theater. So there was that conflict between Cass and Marge there, as well as Cass, Marge, and B also, which was really good. Then, of course, the love interest comes into town, the tall, dark stranger with a southern drawl, which I always find funny. So that was a nice addition there. Again, romance takes a back burner in cozy mysteries. So the mystery was pretty good. The killer was interesting to see how that all played out. It's just really cute story. I'm definitely going to pick up the next one, which is Occult and Battery. I just like the title. I think that's cute. I did have some issues with the book. Cass, before she opened up her magical shop, she was a psychiatrist in New York. Something bad happened to her and she moved back home. So my problem with it is that while Cass is psychic and she gets visions, all the other things that could be deemed as magical or metaphysical, she kind of writes off as placebos and, you know, that kind of thing. There was a scene in there where she was doing group readings that were kind of what I would classify as a cold reading kind of situation. When she talks about crystals and everything like that, she just dismisses them. But the thing is, the author seemed to be very knowledgeable about crystals, you know, pointing out which crystal is for what when she was making up these little mojo bags, for lack of a better word, for her customers. So I'm not quite sure. I think I'm going to reserve any, you know, I really don't like that until I read more. Maybe as the book goes, Cass will have more of an understanding of metaphysical properties, and they're not just a placebo to make somebody feel better. I mean, but that's a debate that you could have about anything. So, yeah, that was the only issue that I had. It's just that the main character, despite being psychic and running a metaphysical store, seemed very dismissive about some sections of metaphysics. So that was my only takeaway. only like 276 pages. I read it in about 5 or 6 hours, not all at once. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this book. I'm going to get the second one, and you may see the review for that one at a later time. I kind of liked having one physical book and one ebook for this review. I might try to keep up with that and see how that goes. I have another book I'm looking forward to picking up soon, and I'll just have to scour my Kindle to see what seems interesting as far as an ebook goes. Hopefully it'll be a little bit longer than a 5,000 word short story, although there's nothing wrong with that. I just prefer, if I'm reading short stories, to read them in an anthology. So there we go. There is Wednesday's Cozies with Mysteries. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Drop a link if you too like cozies and maybe have a suggestion of what I could read next. I will definitely take that all into consideration. Heck, give me a suggestion of a book you just think I would enjoy anyway. It doesn't have to be a cozy. Might do extra book reviews, because I definitely read more than just cozies. But I will talk to you guys later, and thank you for watching. Bye, y'all.